live in effect on this Monday morning. Basically, we're gonna talk about Blood and Black Lace, which I thought was an interesting movie. And the reveal towards the end to who was doing all the murders was pretty obvious who was behind that white, like, sort of like, whatever you call it, type of thing. It was this dude who was having this relationship with this woman who was having this relationship. The guy, where we see a scene where they were making love, basically. That's that's who was going around killing all them people. Thought it was well done, well put together, well told, hidden pretty well. Cast of characters did great. Chemistry was great. Location was great. Loved how we added subtitles again. Because this film was done in France, of course. So another movie where you could barely understand what they were saying, but could through the subtitles. So that was good. That there was subtitles again. Yet another film, so I could kind of understand a little bit better on what was being said, what was being discussed. Like, I'm glad they did that again for the second time in a row. I mean, there's been other movies like that have had subtitles, but still, though, I'm glad that this movie had subtitles. Because I couldn't understand, when I literally say I couldn't understand a lick of what was being talked about, I couldn't understand a lick of what was being talked about. I literally couldn't. So, through the subtitles, it informed me on a lot. We had this blonde chick who did great, you know, blonde bombshell, of course. Better than the one blonde from what was the movie? One of the Holocaust movies. She did better than that girl did. I can't even lie to you. Her acting was polished. Her acting was a lot more to do. She just had a lot more to do. What took me out of that girl in that movie, her acting, is because the only thing she had to do was sit there, look pretty, and be the accomplice that led into what eventually would be a murder. You feel me? When these group of gang of guys, creeped up, took his photo, you know the rest. This was a lot better than that sequence. Her acting. If y'all haven't seen it, Blood in the Black Lace, highly recommend you see it. I thought it was great. I thought like I said, I thought the acting was very competent. The director was competent. It gave a nostalgic, mysterious, what else? Nostalgic, mysterious, spooky. The atmosphere was just very, 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 very scary. Off rip, that's something I noticed. The atmosphere was spooky. So I'm glad they did that. They made the atmosphere spooky. Because a lot of the times, certain movies don't even really be all that scary, but this shit was scary as fuck. I'm not gonna cap. Although the kills were so simplistic, but still, like I said, the atmosphere, how it played out, and the acting, and the mysteriousness behind the main killer, that was well executed and well, like, hid, basically. Well hid. I can say that. Because I honestly didn't know who the killer was, so that's why I said they made it so mysterious and so, like, oh, who done it? Who? Who done it? Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, who done it the whole time? Who was it? Who's under it? But then again, when I seen like the girl and the dude, right, the couple, right, I had a feeling that she would have something to do with the whole ordeal. Like off rip, there was just a vibe to her. Like there's a certain vibe that I noticed and I picked up on. Like that just didn't feel right about her. So off rip, I knew she was the killer who was in that, like, I'll call it a ski mask. Who was in that ski mask type joint, you know? Knew that off rip because of her body like frame and stuff like that. And the body language was so similar to the girl who was in that scene that it was easy to like know that it was the same person causing all these killings. You feel me? I thought it was interesting though. The man must not have known that his woman was out here just brutally killing people. And but like, some men don't care if women out here doing that. Like, here's how I look at it. Like, men do it, women do it. It's their lifestyle. You feel me? Especially if you come from a place where you got no choice but to do that type of shit. Like, you gonna do it. So, or else you become a walking lick. You feel me? That's probably why she decided to kill, because she felt like she had to kill, so she wasn't easy prey, or she wasn't an easy lick. You know? Or she just had gripes with these people, and she felt like she had to do what she had to do to get those gripes settled, and that meant taking out and killing folks, taking that risk. You feel me? What else happened? It was sort of like a giallo film too, though. Like I enjoyed that. Like I love the feeling of a giallo. My favorite giallo is Suspiria. I can't lie to you because of the colors, story, the acting, the whole allure behind it, the whole intensity, mysteriousness, the whole frightening aspect of it, and the way they use colors and how competent the director, cameramen are within the film. You feel me? That's why it's one of my favorite movies. If y'all haven't seen Suspiria, highly recommend you go watch Suspiria. It's a classic. It's one of them giallos to die for. Not even capping. When I say that, it's a classic. Timeless. It's timeless. It's really timeless. Go watch it. It's weird. Try to remember. I'm not trying to just blab on and just talk about something randomly. I'm trying to give y'all factual info about the movie. Like, I'm trying to think. Let's see. The blonde chick and that girl did get into it. Like, they did get into war of words, I believe. I believe there was a scene where they had discussions and talk and this and that type of shit. I believe so. If I could remember, like, it was 24 hours ago. So, yeah, I believe that happened. What else? This man took a woman's face, right? Fried it against lava, volcano, lava, whatever that shit was. But he took her face, like, plowed it against lava, and half of her, like, you could see half of her, like, cheekbone, her skin was missing from it. And it was, I'd say that was a very terrifying, very intense, very, like, not even mysterious, ain't the word. Very graphical, very scary moment to watch. I'm assuming they used a patch for that scene, patch down her face with something so it looks real, or makeup. They put makeup over her face to get the effect, which they did a good job, I'd say that, because it came off very believable. I felt bad for the woman though. I really did. I felt bad for her because how could you do that to a person? You feel me? How could you take somebody's face, right? Put it against lava and burn her face like that? And that's what led to her dying too. Like the fact that the man did that killed her. You feel me? Of course, you don't expect to live after getting your face burnt across lava, a volcano. Like, how can you survive that? Like, how? 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 Instead of New Days, who? How? How? You feel me? How? It's not possible. What else happened in the movie? I'm trying to give y'all the best breakdown possible, the best possible way I could. I mentioned that love scene already, so we don't have to get into that anymore. And I don't want to talk about it no more. You feel me? It really wasn't a sex scene because no body parts were shown. So that doesn't necessarily count. It was more like love that they made. So I'm glad that was more of the approach instead of actual hoot in the hoot. You know, I'm glad they took that route. So yeah, that's something I noticed, and that's something I thought was good. And in my head, I was thinking like, oh, thank goodness they did not take that approach to this film, because I would have been like, oh shit, yet another scene that has a hoot in it. I'm like, I would have been like, oh no, because I've done seen it in movies like these past, like a while back, the past movies. I done seen too much of it, like to the point, like I said, like you see too much of something, you're gonna start to get bored. It's gonna start to feel repetitive. So when you start to see too many of those scenes, you really get bored by it, and you really, it's gonna tempt you if you get tempted easily. So you know, that's why I prefer it not to happen, because there's like, if you want to see a woman like that, if you're so desperate to see a woman not clothed, go on the internet, look on the internet. If that's you, if that's your if that's your that's your prerogative, if that's your prerogative, go do that. Be my guest, but I haven't in like 2 days, bro. I'm proud of myself. I haven't had that urge to do that shit in about 2 days. It might have even been longer. I can't even cap. So, because I'm really trying to do the shit I gotta accomplish, bro. Like I said, I admitted it to y'all already why shit tends to happen sometimes, and why I fall into them habits sometimes, or would fall into them habits sometimes. I be telling myself in my head now, though, like, no, because you got to, feel me? You gotta fight. You can't fall into shit because you want to, or the devil's trying to trick you into doing something is going to make you feel guilty afterwards, when you should be working towards dreams and goals instead of worrying about something that's only gonna hinder you back into no old habits, into them old habits. You feel me? But yeah, man. I thought this movie was just excellent. Blood and Black Lace. For a 1964 movie, I've seen a few of them. I thought this was like one of the top, one of the better ones of that year. To tell you the truth, y'all ain't gonna know nothing about who I'm talking to no more. Y'all not. I just, everybody, it's gonna be the same with everybody. You feel me? We on live, bro. Like, I'm keeping my shit private, bro. You know, cause I realize like when you get to telling folks, that's how shit starts to escalate. You feel me, man? So you gotta keep that shit private. Yeah, yeah, woo. Be like, yeah, we not here to talk about that though. We here to talk about blood in the black lace. So blood in the black lace, man. What else happened? Oh man. Fuck. Okay. Well, when you're ready to tell somebody about it, then that's when you do it. When you feel like it's the prominent time to tell people about who you're talking to, dig in, go for it. But I don't think it's the time right now. I don't think it's time right now. Really don't. So when I'm ready, I'll talk about it, but not right now. Um, Anywho, you know I'm changing when I try to skip over and I don't even acknowledge the fact that I'm not trying to get into that because that's my private business. You feel me? Anyway, yeah, were there different colors in this shit, like in this movie, like different shit, like what if I remember? Um, no, there weren't no color schemes like in Suspiria, but it was well put together, like the look and the whole, you know, cinematography and whatnot. You feel me, bro? That's pretty cool. The way it looked and all that, to say the least. I enjoyed it. It made the movie what the movie was, you know. I really can't remember. I know I just watched this yesterday, but I can't remember already. God damn, boy. No, I got to. I got to. I can't go in this live empty-handed. You feel me? Um, let's see. I believe there was some man, right, trying to figure out whoopty whoop, whoop the whoop, whoop whoop, that whole ordeal, and who was behind the stuff that was happening. I do believe that, like, at least what I could remember in the movie, type shit, to be specific, you know. What else? I believe there was a hollering scene where the girl with the black hair hollered type shit or whatever, you know. Whatever. Um, Trying to think what else happened. I like how the killer has such a simple look, that ski thing, but yet it's still kind of effective because you can't really see who it is. So with that being said, with you not be able to see her face really, you don't know if it's a male or a female. But like I said, I knew off rip that it was her. Even though that's the illusion they try to create, is the fact that you shouldn't know who the person is behind the ski mask. It looks like something you would use on a woman or whatever they have this woman wearing, or her like you know how women have like them little when they try to look sexy, them little things on their legs or feet. I forget what they're called, but yeah, those when they look a certain way, dress a certain way for their male, they man. They be having them little leg things that they wear. I forget what they call, but anyway, let me get off this live. Peace. Love you guys. Talk to y'all later.